Hello and welcome back to my channel. As some of you might be aware of, we will get a new expansion for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, Dawn of the Dukes, and it will be coming out somewhere in August of this year. It will bring 2 new civilizations, the Poles and the Bohemians, and 3 new campaigns, one for each of the new civs and one for the Lithuanians, which did not get one once they came out. Personally, I'm especially looking forward to the Lithuanian campaign, as it will detail the struggle between the Teutonic Order and Lithuania, a topic which will probably also play a role in the Polish campaign, and that will most likely be just as epic as it sounds. But now back to the new playable factions in the DLC. The Bohemians are described as, I quote, "Bohemians traverse Central Europe's tall mountains and verdant forests as you arm hardy warriors with advanced weapons and lead them to victory against insurmountable odds." The Bohemian unique units are Hussite wagons, a deadly forerunner to the modern tanks, and the Hovnice, a powerful upgrade to the bombard cannon. So the Hussite war wagon was first used in the Hussite Wars and were used as a mobile wooden fortress similar to the wagon forts of the American pioneers and settlers. With the increased heavy gunpowder use on a battlefield, they became a lot less impenetrable, but could still serve as cover for mortar batteries, for example. As you can see in the screenshots, they seem to be a gunpowder unit, which probably has high pierce armor and can be used similar to rams in an aggressive manner to fight against enemy ranged units, with the difference that the Hussite war wagons can actually shoot back. Also, they also appear on a screenshot which seems to be from the Lithuanian campaign, as they, along with the Polish, fought on the side of the Lithuanians against the Teutonic Knights. Curiously enough, the developers from the original Age of Empires 2 mentioned the Hussite wagons as well as Jan Hus, their name giver, as potential unique units and campaign heroes in an early design draft, which now finally did find their way into the game. The Hovnice, which is Czech for howitzer, was one of the many gunpowder weapons in the Hussite's arsenal, and in-game it is probably similar to the Imperial Camel, a civ unique upgrade to a generic unit, though I'm not sure how far it will be different from normal bombard cannons, as longer range bombards already is the Turkish bonus. So if I had to guess, I'd say they'd have higher hit points and greatly increased anti-building damage. Historically, they were used against mass formations of infantry, but since bombards are already quite effective against standard units, I don't expect that to manifest in the game. In terms of other bonuses, I would expect another one for gunpowder units, as they appear to be a natural focus for the Bohemians, as well as maybe something connected to mining, since there were huge silver mining operations in medieval Bohemia. Another idea would be some sort of a monastery bonus, due to the religious group of the Hussites and their enormous influence on the region. But enough speculation about Bohemia, let's take a look at the other new civ, the Poles. Their store page reads as follows: Poles. Stride across fertile plains with industrious farmers and powerful nobles at your back, as you build the fledgling kingdom of Poland into one of medieval Europe's most powerful states. The Polish unique unit is the Obór, a brutal infantryman whose warhammer tears the armor from enemy units. The Polish unique unit is named after the Obór, or horseman pig, which was mainly used by the winged hussars, as can be here seen in this admittedly slightly unfavorable image of a Polish hussar with their trademark leopard pelt, and has been used to penetrate heavy plate armor and take riders of the mounts. The use by footmen usually is seen more in connection with English wheelmen from the 100 Years' Wars, but then again, there are probably too many mounted unique units in the game anyways, and the dev wanted to keep it varied and interesting. You can probably expect them to work in-game like a dismounted Laitis, the Lithuanian unique unit, which simply ignores all and any armor values their opponents might have. This makes, interesting enough, the 2 main enemies of the Teutonic Order counter the Teutonic Knight with their respective unique units. The reference to the Poles' industrious farmers, especially in connection with the screenshots we got, implied they will get a unique building which acts as a mill and maybe has the ability to spawn herd builds like pigs and cows, generate a steady income of food, give access to unique farming technologies, or something along those lines. Another thing which caught my attention on the provided screenshots was the look of the Polish hussars, which is different from the normal hussars. Possibly it is just a visual update to the hussar, to celebrate the inclusion of the Poles, but I sincerely hope that they will either be their second unique unit, or maybe even a team bonus like the Vietnamese Imperial Skirmisher, a unique upgrade to a unit from the normal roster, which would be a nice reference to the Polish intervention at the Siege of Vienna. But since many civs have no Hussar, no Light Cav, or maybe not even a Scout Cav to begin with, it is quite an unlikely possibility, admittedly. In conclusion, I can only say that I'm quite excited to find out more about the new civs and campaigns in the near future, and seeing how far my predictions were on the point or not. I want to thank you for your interest in this a bit more historically focused video, and if you got any ideas or know some additional facts about the civs backgrounds or possible bonuses in the game, be sure to leave a comment below. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. This has been Alkalum, and I wish you a great day. Goodbye.